Hello and welcome to this instructional video on animal memory hooks for the Apichimata of the Byzantine tones. I myself am just a beginner in Byzantine chant, and I created these animal memory hooks to help me remember which Apichima goes with which tone, and in some cases, how they relate to each other. I hope this might be helpful for any chanter, might be great for kids to introduce them to the Apichimata, but I personally find them very helpful, so I share them in hopes that they'll be helpful for you too. Let's start by asking, what is an Apichima? An Apichima is a sung key signature that helps a chanter get into the right scale, into the right tone, into the right kind of tonal neighborhood. I like to think of it as the secret password for each of the tones. When we sing the Apichima, we use a system of solemnization. In Western music, we use do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. But when we sing in Byzantine chant, we use its own system that uses Greek syllables. Ni pavu ga di kezo ni zo ke di ga vu pa ni. You want to try that with me? Ni pavu ga di kezo ni zo ke di ga vu pa ni. Good. Now, there are 8 tones in the Byzantine system called the oktokos, and that word even refers to the 8 tones. Now, for any given liturgy, you might have to move as a chanter from one tone to another, and that's where the Apichimata come in handy, because if you have this short little secret password to help you quickly change from one to the other, it will help you a lot. My system of animal memory hooks also helps a chanter remember the relationship between some of the tones, 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3, 7, 4, 8. Now, if we look at the animals that I've chosen to represent each of the tones, we can see how, for instance, 1 and 5 are related. A bee flies, so does a bird, but a bird is larger than a bee. And the tone 5 scale is kind of like a fancy extended version of tone 1, and the same for each of the other lines. So that will come in handy as we go along. So let's jump right in. You'll see what I mean as we go along. So here's tone 1. We can start on any note, but let's say pa is our eson. The first note there before the bar line is the eson. Pa di ga vu pa. Why don't you repeat that? Pa di ga vu pa. So I created 1 bee is lonely. So 1 is always there to remind me. So 1 bee is lonely. Pa di ga vu pa. One last time. 1 bee is lonely. Pa di ga vu pa. Good. 2. Pa di. We'll just use the same scale. Di. Di ke di ga vu di. 2 worms in the garden. Try that. Di ke di ga vu di. 2 worms in the garden. Good. 3. Ke di ga di ke di ga vu pa vu ga. 3 green frogs are hopping up and down. Let's do that together. Ga di ke di ga vu pa vu ga. 3 green frogs are hopping up and down. Tone 4. Vu. Di ga vu, vu ga di ke di ga vu. 4 brown cats looking for their mats to nap. And notice there are 2 versions, so sometimes people will just do di ga vu. The second one is slightly easier, I think, because it begins and ends on the eson, so it's a little easier to find. But that's tone 4.
Di ga vu, vu ga di ke di ga vu. 4 brown cats looking for their mats to nap.
Now for tone 5, which brings us to the slightly more complicated side of the chart. So you see there are 2 versions here, etymologic and sticharic. Usually a piece of liturgical music will have that notated. Tone 5, etymologic. Let's say our starting note is ke. 5 birds on the wing, kezo ni zo ke. I switched it around there. Let's try that from the Greek first.
Kezo ni zo ke. 5 birds on the wing.
pa. If we're doing this Teacheric version, pa. Kedigavu pa. 5 birds flying south. We can do them together.
Kezonizo kedigavu pa. 5 birds on the wing, 5 birds flying south.
Now, tone 6, as you see, has an ermologic and a Teacheric version, just like tone 5. Budi, di, kezo, kedigadi. 6 snakes moving to the beat. Digavupa, 6 dancing snakes. Let's all try that.
Dikezo kedigadi, digavupa. 6 snakes moving to the beat, 6 dancing snakes.
Good. Now tone 7. Diga, gazo kediga. 7 kangaroos jump. Gazo kediga. 7 kangaroos jump. One last time. Gazo kediga. 7 kangaroos jump. Good. 8, our last one. Ni vudi vuni. Ni vudi vuni. 8 lions stalk the jungle.
Ni vudi vuni. 8 lions stalk the jungle.
Okay, so let's just look over that chart one last time here. We've got 1 bee is lonely, 2 worms in the garden, 3 green frogs are hopping up and down, 4 brown cats looking for their mats to nap, 5 birds on the wing, 5 birds flying south, 6 snakes moving to the beat, 6 dancing snakes, 7 kangaroos jump, 8 lions stalk the jungle. Great job! You can do it. I hope this is helpful for you. God bless you.
Of truth, who are present in all places and fills all things, treasury of good things and giver of life, come and abide in us and cleanse us from all impurity and say